Hello and welcome back to Fall Proof Friday. I never know whether or not the technical side of it has come together. We don't have a crew of people here, it's me in my home. But I'm delighted to have you with me. Let me turn down the volume on this, just double checking that you can see my feet and see my head. Great to have you here. I'm Gavin, I'm your coach. And this is your weekly dose of a feel-good movement. It's especially designed to help you stay strong and independent. As reported, it's a 15-minute seated workout. I have my chair. It's perfect, therefore, for seniors and for beginners alike, or anyone that just wants to build a little bit of confidence in their balance, because as we age, we do feel unsteady on our feet. But the important thing to remember is this is for all abilities, and there is absolutely no need for you to stand up. It's all done from the chair. And if you are new, I would ask you, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, tap the blue notification bell so you never miss an episode. It's really important to me that I'm adding some value to people's lives. That's the whole reason I do it. It's a passion of mine, coming from the care industry. And I see what happens when people don't look after themselves and don't exercise, and it's so important. So if you want to help me, maybe you could think about supporting the channel. It's easily done as a friend of Chasing Care. If you go over to buy me a coffee, all the details I'm going to put in the description. We'll publish this, so although this might take a little bit more than 15 minutes because I go through step by step various aspects of the exercise, and sometimes we talk about regression steps, so it's easier for people. But I will post it up in the next few days, and you'll be able to fast forward and roll back and fast forward and roll back. So it is about 15 minutes or so, but in reality today on the live stream it tends to be a bit longer. So if you haven't already, grab yourself a chair. Or, if you prefer, sit on the edge of the sofa. As long as you've got a little bit of ability to move your arms around. If you sit in an armchair, you won't be able to do a lot of this. So what we're going to do is start off with some simple warm-ups. The first one is a march and a clap. So what I'd like you to do is no more than about 30 seconds or so. Sit towards the front of your chair, putting your feet planted on the floor, and we're literally going to march like so, but at the same time we're going to do some clapping overhead. Now again, I do understand that if you haven't got the ability to clap over your head, clap in front. Yeah? But if you've got the ability to do it over your head, let's do it over the head. So you're doing some coordination and cardio at the same time. And by the way, you don't need to run. Boom, look, you're multitasking. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And next, we'll do some shoulder rolls. So what I'd like you to do is lift your shoulders up and roll them back. Let me show you. By the way, everything that we do, if we can, please, try and keep good posture, and if you want, it will really help you if you hold your belly in. Somebody described it the other day as if, because it's very difficult sometimes, isn't it, to understand, when somebody says hold your belly in, hold in your core, it's difficult, but it's a great explanation as to how to think about it. Just imagine somebody about to stab you, and you're pulling your belly in, okay? So if you can think about doing that as much as possible. So what we're going to do is sit nice and straight, holding that belly in so you don't get stabbed. And you just lift your shoulders up to your ears round and down, and then back the other way. Okay, here we go, shoulder rolls. And when you're doing this, try and breathe in and out. Okay, breathe in and out. And through the nose, and let it go. Lift up and round and down, and breathe out. And then reset, and back. What we don't want to be doing when we're doing exercises, and I see this in a lot of people, is they tense up their shoulders all the time. They're like this, and that's not helpful. So try and always, throughout this exercise routine today, just relax those shoulders. Ear-shoulder separation, okay? So, there you go, you've learned how to breathe now. The next one we're going to do is ankle circles and toe taps, okay? So let's wake those ankles up. Often the reason why people fall over is because they lose the strength in the ankles. So let's lift up the foot if you can and just go round and round. Okay? If you can't lift up your ankle, do it on the floor. There's no reason why you can't do this on the floor. Again, keeping your posture. And one other thing, a smile. Now to the other foot, let's do that. Round. Keep smiling all the time. If you want to sing, feel free to sing because I can't hear you. Okay. We'll bring our feet back and we'll just do some toe taps. Toe tap, toe tap, toe tap, toe tap. Now we're going to change it up. Instead of toe tapping up front, go to the side. You can alternate or you can do the same one. This is your routine. If you want to hold the chair for stability, hold the chair. Okay? So you're dancing with invisible shoes. There you go. Forward and back, and then to the side, sitting up nice and straight, keeping that core nice and tight. Okay. And if you enjoy these sessions, we've got a library on the Chasing Care channel here. They're a mix of 5-minute workouts, 15-minute workouts, longer mobility videos as well, right here on the channel. So all you've got to do is check out the channel, Fall Proof, not easy for me to say, Fall Proof Fridays, and a number of other little channels within the channel too. There you go. Oh, now I should have said to you probably at the beginning, when you're doing the workout, have some water. Nice. And everything that we're doing today is based on my experience. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physiotherapist. This is based on my years as a rugby player, as a coach, as a fitness person. So if you do feel any pain at any point in what we're doing, stop and go and get medical advice from a professional, okay? But I know that if you follow these simple routines, gentle exercises, you'll improve your flexibility, you'll improve your ability to move, and you'll build a little bit of strength too, which is exactly what you want as you age, because as I say in every routine, as we age, over about the age of 40 or 50, you start to lose muscle mass if you don't do any exercise. It's called sarcopenia. And you lose about 8% over a decade, but then you lose more and more and more as you get older. And that's why you see a lot of people struggling to get out of a chair and becoming very sedentary. We don't want that. So we've had a little bit of a rest there on the warm-up. Now what I'd like you to do is what we call a seated core twist. So if you put your hands across like so, and then twist slowly to the right or to the left, it's up to you. Take your face in the direction, but keep your hips straight to the front. We're not trying to spin around on the chair, so we're keeping the hips nice and straight, and we're twisting. Only go as far as you can, and then bring yourself back to the middle. Now to the left, and back to the middle. Round to the right, back to the middle. Round to the left, and back to the middle. That's perfect. And you're holding that core in. Back to the middle. That's brilliant. And if you wish to, in the comments, let me know where you're from. If there's any particular exercises that you want to know more about. If you have any questions about exercises that you might want to be doing as you age, or if you're struggling with something in your life, ask the question. And if I don't have the answer, I'll find out for you and we'll deal with it next time I see you. We'll do a few more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Brilliant. Give yourself a little break. Give yourself a little clap. You're doing great. I always imagine that I'm being a bit sneaky, trying to see what's going on over there, you know. What's going on over there? Or nothing. What about over there? Okay. Now, the next exercise, I'm going to call it heel, push, and reach. So what we're going to try and do is put the leg out as far as you can and push down with your heel. Push down with your heel. At the same time, you're going to reach an arm over your head. Okay? So you're pushing down with this and you lift that at the same time. So push, keep that posture and bring your arm up and then relax. Put the other one out. Push down with your heel and lift. So this is activating your leg and at the same time stretching your side. Okay? Push down with your heel, reach up with your arm. Again, if you can only reach up here, that's what you do. Rest. Next time. Can you feel that twist? Here, on the little pull here. Perfect. We'll do 3 more. Push, push, push as hard as you can with the heel. You'll feel it in the calf, you'll be behind the knee, in the thigh, and you'll feel it all the way up here, and you're activating your shoulders too. Particularly if you want to reach something in the top shelf in the kitchen, it's just what you want to be doing. Push down with the heel, activate that leg, and at the same time, we're reaching up, extending here, extending here. We'll do 2 more. Push down with the heel, and reach up. I think as you get more confidence doing this, you're going to be reaching higher. Yeah? And pushing harder. It's brilliant. Loosens up the back of the knee. The knee is so important. Push down, reach up. Building that strength around the knee is so important when you're walking. You don't want to stumble. Build that strength. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay. Have a little breath. Have a little sip of water. And you might be thinking, why has Gavin got a couple of tins? I always bring a couple of tins, and it's coconut milk. And the reason? When we do these workouts, sometimes we use a few weights or a resistance band, dumbbells. Not everybody's got dumbbells, but I guarantee you that everybody has got something in their cupboard that they never use. Mine's coconut milk. Buy it with good intention, never use it. But they're really good for strength exercises. Okay, that's why they're there. Okay, next we're going to do a resistance band chest pull. So here you go. This is a resistance band. So we're going to hold it out the front and we're going to pull it wide. Squeezing those shoulder blades at the same time, keeping the band up and pulling wide. Now if you don't have a resistance band, you can use a towel. So here we go, let me show you. Like so, pull and squeeze those shoulder blades, then release. Keep that posture. Go again, pulling wide, squeezing those shoulder blades, and then release. Go again, pull the towel, squeeze the shoulder blades, then release. And go back to these. The tighter you hold this, the harder it becomes. If I hold it wider, keep going by the way, don't stop. Yeah, it's easier. You can get different types of resistant bands as well. So as you get stronger, you might be able to pull something a little bit more robust than this one. Put your arms out, squeeze those shoulder blades, keep that posture, then release. So you're building some upper body strength across your chest, you're keeping that lovely posture for your core. It's a win-win. There we go. Okay. How are you doing? Are you okay? Still smiling? Brilliant. There. And remember, when you have stronger chest, stronger back, stronger posture, you will be at a lower risk of falling over. Fact. So we want posture, don't we? How do I put it? I'm proud to be me, you know, chest out, shoulders down, keep that gap, don't hunch over, roll those back. Proud. That's me. There we go. So there we go. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay. Take a little 30-second break. But it won't be 30 seconds to be fair. It'll just be a short break. Have a drink. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is another exercise which helps with balance and mobility in one sneaky move. So we're going to do a step over as if you're walking and stepping over a puppy, okay? But at the same time, you're going to look over your shoulder. So you're going to have a twist and a lift at the same time. So let's start with the right foot as if you're going to step over a puppy, but at the same time, you're going to twist. Just a sneaky look. You don't need to twist all the way around. I don't want you falling off the chair. In fact, if you need to, hold on to the chair. So you're going to lift and do a twist to look over your shoulder. Sneaky look. Okay, change that and twist. As if you're looking at the blind spot in your mirror. Oh yeah. Nothing there. Oh, I missed the dog as well. Another one with this one. Oh, no, nothing there. Just go back the other way. Lift and twist. Little sneaky look. Lift and twist. Lift and twist. Go back to the left leg. Lift and twist. It's helping with your hip flexors here. At the same time, it's releasing the tension from your neck. All good, it's a win-win. Lift. By the way, no puppies were injured in the making of this live stream video today. Okay, next I make myself laugh and that's probably why I do these videos for you. Next, we're going to do the invisible tray pass. Now, of course, if you have a tray, you might want to actually pass it. So imagine holding a tray of tea and you're passing it slowly, good posture, from one side to another side. You'll feel the core twist, the shoulders, and it's all about control. No spillage, please. You ready? Do about a minute of this, and if you need a break during the minute or so, take a break. I'm not watching you. Okay, pick up that tray. Here we go. And pass it to the other side. Come back to the middle. Pick up that tray. Pass it to the other side. Pick up the tray. There we go. I think you got the idea. So you're twisting from the hip, across the front, and down. And up again, twisting, and down. Pick up the tray, twist, and down. You might notice, well, you carry on by the way, don't stop because of me. You might see that I have a little bit less mobility on my left shoulder than I do on my right shoulder. And that's because I have a rugby injury and I'm still having physiotherapy on that. So keep lifting that tray and moving. Okay, how you doing? You carry on for a few more seconds while I just say a couple of things. If you're a senior yourself or a family member watching this, chasing care, keep passing, chasing care is more than just looking at a 15-minute workout for seniors. This is part of it. What we do on the channel is we provide valuable care support and advice. And I'm proud to tell you that I've actually written a book. The book is called Caring Smart and it's going to come out soon. And it talks about, take a break, and it talks about the care journey from the minute you feel that a senior mum or dad needs some form of support, right the way through talking about things like financial planning, about attendance allowance, talking about pensions, talking about what care advice can you get from who pays for what. It really is just trying to build a map of the journey in care because there's nothing out there. So look out for Caring Smart by Gavin Chase, which I believe will be coming out on Amazon, and also I think it's recorded for Audible. So hopefully you'll be able to get some value out of that. But if it's not for you, but you know somebody that needs a little bit of support in terms of their care journey for a loved one, point them to the Caring Smart book by me. That would be so cool. Anyway, so next we're going to move on to knee extensions, and at the same time we're going to do a finger flick. Okay, so we're going to do like a jazz handy thing. So extend one leg out at the same time as flicking your hands. Okay, I'm doing my right leg first and flicking. And this is doing a number of things. Obviously it's helping with your leg, but one of the biggest challenges that we hear about again when people fall is that they haven't got the strength. Let's swap over. They haven't got the strength in their wrist to support themselves. So this hand flick is an element that will help you build confidence and strength in your wrist in case of a fall. The worst thing that you want to do is fall and not have the strength in the wrist. Flick, flick. You'll turn at your legs, you can do whatever you like. It's your movement. The good thing is that you can play music in the background while you're doing this too. Okay. It's great for circulation, by the way. You feeling it? Anybody feeling a little bit of a sweat on the top lip? Got about 10 seconds left, and then we're done for this one. Knee extensions and finger flicks. You can only flick down here, just do that. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, here we go. Let's take a short break, just a short break. We've got a couple more to do before we have a bit of a cool down. And what we're going to do next are seated side crunches. So in essence, we're going to bring a knee up and an elbow will come and meet it. Okay? So it's the same side. If you're lifting your right knee, it's your right elbow. We're not doing any twisting at this one. Okay? So if you want to put your hands here like so, or here, or if you struggle, you can put them here. So pick up your right leg and go with your right elbow. So I'll do it with the cross first of all. So it's like so. So try and bend a little bit more from the hip rather than necessarily rolling over just the shoulders. Okay. So I'm going to now go up here. Yeah? You see what I'm doing? Let's change over. Just take it at your own pace. Okay? This is great for your core. Yeah? Even in the chair. You see all these people, don't you? If you want to swap over, don't forget to keep swapping over. You see all these fitness people that go to the gym. They're doing all these crunches on the floor, making it look extremely difficult. But you don't need to do that. Not to give you the confidence and the flexibility. Okay, so if you're going to do this, just a general reminder, that's absolutely fine too. That's brilliant. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Let's shake that off. Okay, we have one more before we do our little cool down, and you're going to like this one because you can pretend you're at a festival. You're going to drum your hands on your thighs in a rhythm that makes you smile. Okay? You don't need to lift your legs, but if you want to, you can. But just start tapping it out. I don't know if this starts to rain again. We've had a lot of rain, but hopefully it won't. But give yourself a good slap in. I'm just lifting my ankles up off the floor, my heels off the floor. Lift your toes up off the floor while you're doing it. Do it at the same time. Do whatever you want. Tap them on the side a little bit. How's that make you feel? Put a smile on your face, yeah? Brilliant. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Boom. You've done the best of the workout. Now all we've got to do is a little bit of a cool down. Remember, every time you do a workout, do a little bit of a warm up and definitely do a little bit of a cool down too. So this will be a couple of minutes or so. What I'd like you to do is arm circles. So let's put our arms out. Okay? Try and keep the shoulders back, relaxed. And you're going to bring up your arm or arms. And we're just going to do some circles like this. Okay? So relax the shoulders back and down. And we're going to do some little rolls like so. Easy arm circles. And if you want to go back the other way now, change direction. Brilliant. And back again. Boom, 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 boom. Well done. You've done such an amazing job today. You really have. And you might think, oh, that was gentle. That was easy. But I can assure you that it helps. Remember what I keep saying, flexibility, movement builds the strength. Let's do some neck rolls now. So all I want to do is turn neck rolls. That sounds awfully powerful, doesn't it? And dangerous in my, maybe I shouldn't use the word neck roll. But let's just put the ear towards the chest and then back. And back. And back. And if you really feel ambitious, put your ear towards your shoulder and then roll your head down, round and back again. All of this is very, very gentle. You want to put your head forward and back slightly. Don't go too heavy down, don't go too strong back. This is just to get you back into balance after doing some workout. Okay. Looking right, looking left, looking right, looking left. Oh, and shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off. Hopefully your shoulders are feeling nice and relaxed. At the same time, you're feeling a little bit of warmth from the effort that you've put in. And the last thing we're going to do is breathe. I do this every session. So important that we breathe properly. So why not? Put your hands on your belly. Inhale through your nose, nice and slowly. And when you blow out as if you're trying to fog a window to clean it, like this. So let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in through the nose and then fog out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're starting to feel lightheaded, stop. Breathe in one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Amazing. Amazing. You're done. And if you enjoyed it, that simple, gentle workout, give a thumbs up, let me know in the comments, and perhaps let me know what made you feel strongest out of all of those. And if you want more if you want more things to do which are active like this, come on Tuesday, Care Smart Tuesday we call it, and we give a few gentle tips about exercise and also about family advice for carers and seniors. But I'm pleased that you were here. Remember, every repetition, every breath, every effort, every smile, it all adds up. It all adds up to making you stronger. And I really do hope to see you again next Friday at 5:30 on Chasing Care. And until then, from me, Gavin, you take care.